Hi there, I'm just going to quickly show you some differences between HTC Sense 4 and 5. This is the new updated 5 phone and this is still on 4. You see they've dropped the Quietly Brilliant. So as you can see, there's not massive amounts of difference. Okay, so next up we have the lock screen. As you can see, this is a nice crisp clean. The music is just at the bottom, whereas on the old Sense 4 the music's there. Ring pull has gone, replaced with a lock. You can't see it, but when you get them, Google Plus notifications can be displayed on the lock screen as well. And although you can still drag an application and open it, you no longer have to drag it to the pin. You now just drag it up like so, and it'll come to the unlock screen, whereas you have to drag it to the pin and it goes to the unlock screen. So one of the biggest differences is the clock. You can have the old school clock. So here we have the weather clock, nice and big. The new clock is quite a bit smaller. It still displays the weather and the time, and that is animated as well, which is quite nice. And what it does give you is more room. So originally I had the larger weather clock here, and then I had my Google Now bar just here, and now I've got an extra row for icons. The calendar widget has also been updated, and that's been shrunk a little, and what that's allowed me to do is I've got the calendar and then I've got a second widget that just allows me to see what's coming up next. So the notification bar has changed a little as well. At the top here you would normally press this for settings, but now you have this button here. It's a grid. You press it and it switches to grid view, so you've got all your basic settings such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, which you have here, and then if you click on actual settings, there it is, and you can probably see it. So it's the same settings, same order, but they've updated the look of it by quite a bit. They've kind of simplified it, they've made it a bit slicker. So the recent apps tray has also been updated. You get to it the same way, but the new Sense has a grid format, whereas the recent apps on the old Sense was a scroll format. The apps tray has been updated. You now get the weather clock at the top, and if you are scrolling through on the old style, you get quite a few apps per page and you go left to right. On the new style, you don't go left to right, you go up and down. And what they've done, you can drag these into an order if you want, and they've also got some pre-grouped apps. So there's all the media apps, Google apps, so on and so forth. You actually fit less on here, so it's a bit harder to find stuff because you have to go right the way through, but actually it's not too bad if you put your main apps at the top, and you can do a search and you can sort it alphabetically or most recent. Another change is at the bottom of the apps tray, it keeps with the bar that's on the bottom rather than changing to this, and if you press this it just goes back, so it's nice, keeps continuity, whereas here this gives you frequency and downloads. On this one you have to drag that down to show the bar, and then you can see alphabetical, most recent, and that takes you to the Play Store. So if you don't have this on the traditional HTC view, you have it on Blink view instead. This will be your main homepage where you get updates from Facebook or any other source, and as you scroll through you still get a couple of screens to put your own apps on. So there's a demonstration of where you can still have the HTC clock, but you only get 1, 2, 3 screens, whereas you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screens, and you can go right the way around as well, whereas here you get stuck and you can't go any further. and that's true if you have it on blink feed or traditional setting. So on the traditional you do get more screens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plenty of screens there if you do need more, but you do have to sacrifice the blink feed to use the traditional view.